These 10 motorcycles will blow your mind. Game changers. Ever wondered which motorcycle set the benchmark for superbikes? Which model turned touring into art? Get ready as we look through the jaw-dropping legendary machines, each one a milestone in its own right. Whether you're a hardcore rider or just love amazing engineering, this list has something for everyone. So gear up, hit the throttle, and let's dive into the world of game-changing motorcycles. Number 10. 1923 BMW R32. The BMW R32, introduced in 1923, was a huge step forward, making the bike much smoother and more reliable. It had a 486cc engine that produced 8.5 horsepower, enough to reach speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, quite fast for its time. Before it, most bikes used single-cylinder engines, but the R32 had a powerful flat twin engine. One of the standout features of the BMW R32 was its shaft drive system. Most motorcycles at the time used chain drives, which required constant maintenance, but the shaft drive was more durable and low maintenance. This made the R32 ideal for long-distance touring. The bike also had a solid frame and a unique rear suspension, perfect for riders looking for a dependable bike for both city roads and rougher terrain. The BMW R32 changed the game by introducing features that would set the standard for motorcycles for years to come. Number 9. 1969 Honda CB750. The Honda CB750 hit the streets in 1969 and quickly became a legend. Why? Because it was the first production motorcycle to feature a 4-cylinder engine. Before this, most bikes only had 1 or 2 cylinders, which made them less powerful and not as smooth on the road. But the CB750 took it up to the next level with its 750cc engine, offering more power and speed than anyone had ever seen before. Another cool feature of the CB750 was its disc brakes. These brakes gave the bike incredible stopping power, something that was unheard of at the time. Plus, it had a reliable electric starter, so you didn't have to kickstart it like other motorcycles. The design was sleek, with a stylish fuel tank and clean lines. It was a motorcycle that everyone wanted, setting the standard for bikes that followed, making the CB750 a game changer in the world of motorcycles. Number 8. 1972 Kawasaki Z1. The 1972 Kawasaki Z1 was a powerhouse. It was the first to feature a 903cc inline-4 engine. That's huge for a bike back then. This engine could produce 82 horsepower, which made the Z1 one of the fastest bikes on the road at the time. It could easily hit speeds over 130 miles per hour. Mind-blowing for the early 70s. The Z1 also had disc brakes on the front, which was a big step forward in safety, as most bikes back then were still using drum brakes. Plus, the Z1's design was sleek and stylish, with clean lines and a strong build. What made the Z1 iconic was how it pushed the limits of what motorcycles could do. It set the stage for the superbikes we see today. So, if you ever get the chance to ride one, you'll be on a piece of history. Quick question: if you could ride any of the bikes on this list, which one would it be? Let us know in the comments. From classic cruisers to cutting-edge bikes, we've got it all. Hit subscribe now! Number 7. 1973 Ducati 750 Sport. The 1973 Ducati 750 Sport is one motorcycle that truly made a splash in the world of bikes. Released in 1973, this bike had a sleek and sporty design that stood out on the road. It was powered by a 748cc V-twin engine that produced around 60 horsepower. This gave the Ducati 750 Sport the speed and power to take on bigger bikes without breaking a sweat. One of the coolest things about the Ducati 750 Sport was its lightweight frame. Weighing just under 400 pounds, it was easy to handle and maneuver, making it perfect for both beginners and experienced riders. With its classic Ducati look, it combined power and elegance like never before. The 750 Sport set the bar for future Ducati models and helped build the brand's reputation as a maker of top-tier motorcycles. Number 6. 1985 Suzuki GSXR750. The 1985 Suzuki GSXR750 is a motorcycle that hugely changed the game. Before this bike, sport bikes were mostly heavy and bulky. It was the first bike to feature a full aluminum frame, which made it incredibly strong but light at the same time. It had a 748cc engine that produced around 100 horsepower, which was a lot for its time. That engine was paired with a 6-speed transmission, which allowed it to fly. Plus, with the advanced suspension system, it gave the rider better control and stability. The GSXR750 changed how motorcycles were built, focusing on reducing weight without compromising strength. This set a new standard for the industry, pushing other manufacturers to rethink their designs. If you look at sport bikes today, you'll see the GSXR750's influence on almost every modern bike. Number 5. 1975 Honda GL1000 Goldwing. The 1975 Honda GL1000 Goldwing is often considered the first one that redefined what a touring bike could be. Unlike the typical lightweight, sporty motorcycles of its time, the Goldwing was built for comfort and long rides, with a smooth, stable ride that made it perfect for cross-country trips. The GL1000 was powered by a liquid-cooled 999 flat-bore engine, which was very different from the usual V-twin engines that most motorcycles had back then. This made the ride much smoother, especially on highways. It also had an electric starter, making it easy to get going compared to older bikes that needed a kickstart. The GL1000 was one of the first motorcycles to be called a touring bike, and it set the standard for the many touring bikes that would follow. It was a true game changer, combining performance, comfort, and reliability in a way no motorcycle had before. Number 4. 1998 Yamaha YZFR1. Now, let's talk about the Yamaha YZFR1. When this bike hit the streets, it instantly made a name for itself. Released in 1998, the R1 was designed to bring MotoGP tech to the everyday rider. Its sleek design, aggressive stance, and crazy performance blew people away. This powerhouse of a 998cc engine can produce around 150 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful bikes in its class. The lightweight frame and short wheelbase gave it excellent handling, making cornering feel smooth and controlled. Ever ridden or seen one of these classics in person? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. It also came with a racing-inspired suspension, perfect for high speeds and sharp turns. But what made the R1 a true class was its technology. It introduced advanced electronics like fuel injection, which improved throttle response and efficiency. Plus, its aerodynamic design helped reduce drag, making it super fast. The Yamaha YZFR1 was revolutionary, combining performance, design, and technology like never before. This motorcycle set new standards, and it's still a legend today. Two wheels, endless stories. Subscribe and discover the bikes that shaped history. Number 3. 1957 Harley-Davidson Sportster. The 1957 Harley-Davidson Sportster made waves in the world of bikes as soon as it was released. It was designed to be a sportier, more agile version of the classic Harley-Davidson models, and it delivered on that promise. One of the most exciting features of the 1957 Sportster is its powerful 55 cubic inch engine. This fast engine made the bike perfect for riders who wanted speed and thrill. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds. The Sportster also featured a more compact and lighter frame, making it easier to handle. The bike had a unique look, with its bold, muscular design and chrome details that made it stand out on the road. It was also one of the first bikes to offer a 4-speed transmission, making it more efficient and enjoyable. The Sportster became an icon, and its influence can still be seen in modern Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Number 2. 1987 Ducati 851. Released by Ducati, this bike introduced the world to the new world of high-performance sports bikes. Before the 851, Ducati was known for making cool cruisers, but this model was different. It was a serious sport bike built for racing. The 851 was the first Ducati to feature a liquid-cooled 4-valve engine. This engine wasn't just powerful, but also super reliable, which was a big deal back then. With a 78 horsepower engine and a top speed of around 150 miles per hour, it was fast, and it was built to handle sharp turns and tight corners like a pro. What made the 1987 Ducati 851 so special was its design and technology. It introduced Ducati's iconic Biposto twin-cylinder engine and improved aerodynamics, making it a game-changer for racing enthusiasts and everyday riders. Thanks to the 851, Ducati became known for making some of the best sport bikes in the world, and it set the stage for even faster and better bikes in the years to come. Number 1. 1992 Honda CBR900RR Fireblade. When it was released, it completely rewrote the rulebook for sport bikes. What made it stand out? Well, this bike was incredibly light, making it one of the easiest sport bikes to ride. At just 430 pounds, it was lighter than most of its competitors, giving riders a smoother and more responsive ride. The Fireblade came with an 893cc inline-4 engine that pumped out around 125 horsepower. It wasn't the most powerful, but it was fast enough to make any rider feel like a speed demon. The bike also introduced a new design that helped with aerodynamics, cutting through the air with ease. This helped improve its top speed and stability at high speeds. With its more relaxed riding position compared to other sport bikes, it allowed riders to feel in control without sacrificing comfort. All these features made the 1992 Honda CBR900RR Fireblade one of the most iconic motorcycles ever. Whether you're a rider or just a fan, you've got to admit, these motorcycles are pure legends. Which one blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. And hey, share this video with a friend who loves motorcycles too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ride safe, everyone!